I really like the packaging of the sunscreen, but I can't afford to buy the product.
Your products look so good, but they're too expensive to try for the first time.
Why is dew so expensive? Okay, let's talk about it. I priced my product at 3,200. Unknowingly, I set a category in India, and today dew has become a precedence for a price market fit for a lot of new and upcoming brands. Just a formula cost is sometimes as much as the MRP of a lot of mass brands. The misconception sometimes around you is that we're just marking up our price. That is something that I want to dispel. Let's break down by taking a single finished product in hand, and let's break down what are the different layers of costings that go into the landed cost of a product like this. First is the ingredients that go. Every ingredient, depending on what grade it is sourced at, has a price. Then the formulation, bulk production. So ingredients is one, then the recipe of putting it together in a bulk formulation, that is one cost. Assembly of that formulation into this packaging is another cost. There is labor cost. We have a tentative costing on the formulation. Now this is also a very beefed up formula. हर active इसमें high percentage पे है. It's 12 plus peptides. We have put EGF, PDRN, exosomes. So I know Anna mentioned that the pricing is already going at a higher end. What is it coming to right now so far?
The formula cost has already crossed $5 USD. Just the formula.
So that's like so we're at 430 rupees just for the formula already. Yeah. Most mass brands would think of like what is trending right now or what's selling really fast. Like there has to be one key player who does it, and then you see the result in the market. Then a lot of brands sort of want to, because it's a proven recipe to success. Then you kind of, vitamin C was trending. Everyone launched a vitamin C serum. Niacinamide started trending. Everyone launched a niacinamide serum. But the way we at Dew look at product development is we assess the market not for what's trending, but from a use case scenario, what is it that the consumer is lacking. In a lot of mass prestige brands, if someone's selling something at 500-600, they've made it for 50 rupees. Everlasting flower extract is at 20%. We want to position it for sensitive skin suitability as well. Yeah. Is that what's driving? Mm-hmm. And this is very expensive. So is there a way we can maybe do it at a 5 to 10%?
Shamika, then that will be way below the effective dosage. And अगर आपको sensitive skin के लिए उसको suitable बनाना है, and if you want it to have that soothing base, embrace के लिए, then I think we should retain it. I don't think कि formulation में we should be cutting corners.
And most brands stray away from using ingredients in very high percentages or any efficacious percentage for that particular ingredient because those costs are higher. So a lot of our products you see like a mist or hustle serum, or in my defense, the base of those formulas is like 60% or 40% of a particular plant extract water. This is not most brands don't do that because that really does add heavily to the costing of the formula. Ingredients can range from something for 1,000 rupees a kg to $10,000 a kg as well. So there are different gradients, and what determines this cost going up for an ingredient, the potency of that ingredient. So you can use this much also, but it has a lot of potency because they've done clinical studies on that ingredient. When so many brands are launching in the market, so many mass brands, and the speed to market in this competitive industry is so high, everyone wants to quickly launch. Usually people tend to white label, grab a product from manufacturer, white label it and launch it. That's the quickest way to enter a market. When you white label something, this is a stock formula the manufacturer already owns. So when it is the manufacturer's stock formula, that formula is produced at scale. The minute it's produced at scale, you get economy of scale, so you get it at a cheaper price.
But at Dew, we build very differently. Almost every formula starts from scratch with exclusive raw materials we actively source and months of lab site testing before it's even sample ready. Our product development cycle roughly runs up to 24 months, most of it with R&D partners overseas in some of the most advanced cosmetic labs in the world. That depth of R&D adds a direct cost to the COGS. So where most D2C brands operate at an under 20% COGS, ours can go up to 25 to 28%. Add roughly 10% in direct expenses, another 10% in warehousing and distribution, and close to 25% in marketing. And after that, what you're left with, maybe
25-30% you have to do fixed expenses. Whether I sell 5 units or 5,000 units, I still have the expense of warehouse rentals, office rentals, salaries. Those expenses remain the same whether I sell 5 units or 5,000 units.
Our entire inventory is always under temperature control settings. Here it's always maintained between 20 to 24 degrees. When we ship out a product to a consumer, we can guarantee that till the time that it leaves from us, it is in its most preserved and efficacious state.
I think Nykaa has a separate section for luxury brands with temperature control, and that's where we store our inventory as well. To be officially one of the biggest sales we've done in terms of offer constructs. The way we are pricing, there's not going to be a flat offer on all products. We are keeping in mind a couple of things. Depending on the seasonality, what the consumers are going to want to buy. That's factor number one. The other factor is we're keeping in mind what is the stock we're sitting on for certain products. So things like lip balm, we're already on the verge of a sellout. With the sale, we're looking at perhaps going out of stock, which is why we also need to pull back a little bit of stock from Nykaa, and post sale take a look at how much we are left with, if we are left with anything at all. So basically, lesser stock is lesser discount. And the third factor we're keeping in mind is, of course, some products we have very minimal margin. So these are the factors we've kept in mind when discounting. So you'll see, Ritika will share the offer constructs for each fight. So I think IMD and Hustle, we have a lot of stock. They are our two best sellers, so we can afford to also give the highest discounts on them. We wanted to gamify it by giving different freebies and merch and gifts with purchase as you kind of keep extending your order.
ATC to IC, add to cart to initiate checkout. The benchmark is around 29 to 30%.
And we are at 50%. So this basically means the freebies and everything else that we upsell or whatever we did on the cart was working for us, and people were converting in a good manner.
Okay.
And total number of orders are 12,038 till now. So our AOV to CAC ratio as of now is good. No other beauty brand like the D2C brand has a good AOV of 3,800 rupees. Since most of them, they have their AOV from 800 to 1,200 rupees. We have a very good and healthy AOV of 3,800 rupees.
Coming to the biggest cost head for a brand, which is the marketing, and also called as CAC, that you hear this term thrown around in D2C industry so much. That is customer acquisition cost. We sometimes spend 2,000, 3,000 rupees for a customer to see an ad and buy from us. So if I'm selling you something at a 2,700 and I've spent 3,000 plus in you finally seeing that ad multiple times and buying it, I've made zero money there. I've made a loss there. How we make money is when you like the product enough and you come back and buy from us 2-3 times is when we make money. See, Gigi is a very loved product. Yeah. Whoever's tried it has loved it. But people, like creators who have really also openly spoken about how much they love Gigi. What do you think, could we kind of do our launch strategy also such a way that we reveal that launch via them?
We should actually do that.
That would be interesting,
yes.
Right?
That'd be great, actually.
So, Niharika was like, her video did very well. I think it's one of the only influencer videos ever that has given us conversion in performance marketing. We don't usually use influencer videos in performance marketing.
That was actually a very good video.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So she genuinely loves it. Riti Shah genuinely loves it.
Yeah.
Shweta Vijay has loved the product since when it was in tube. Maybe we can, collaborate with her as well.
Right.
Komal Bassett loves it, and she was also very keen on the refillable version. Very important for D2C brands today is influencer marketing. The channel of dissemination, of course, is social media, but influencer is a type of marketing now. It's that indispensable to the culture of how to be able to grow a brand. Creator, I don't know what you would call this page, that has worked wonderful for us is Diet Sabya, and that was the first kind of viral moment for us. Diet Sabya, we again reached an exact bang on right TG for the brand. After 2022, now we collaborated with Diet Subway after 3 years in 2025 again for the minis. And again, even in this today 2025, I think you can count on one hand the content creators or influencers that give conversions. Mostly right now influencer marketing is for awareness. You will get views, but conversions, there are barely any that can give you.
In January, we were acquiring 85% new users to the brand. Now it's reduced to 60% and it's all continuously reducing. So what is your take on...
So now, two reasons why this has happened. One is, you need to give people different reasons to keep talking about the brand and keep discovering the brand. One of them is obviously a new launch. This is the reason when that whole Alia thing happened in Feb 23, then it happened for the entire year.
Okay.
My next product would be this Dew in my defense. It's one of my favorite products. I don't think I've ever felt this like attached to a product, okay?
That entire 12 months, there was a lot of top of the funnel awareness. Suddenly, when she talked, we're like, oh, what is this brand? Search increases, volume increases.
Starting next Monday, okay, you tell me for lead up to the sale, we're willing to invest 4 lakhs a week. To retain a customer, you have to stay top of mind. So you keep seeing our ads, even if you're a customer, even if you've bought from us, you know every 3 months you replenish, you perhaps still see it because that's a reminder for you. Or you see the ad, you'll go and buy again. So that's really the advertising cost for visibility in today's extremely saturated media landscape. But it's survival of the fittest jungle here. If you're bringing something of value to the table, do not hesitate to price it correctly. Not inflated, not overpriced, but price it correctly. Because pricing it correctly sets the right perception of what value you're bringing to the table. If you have an excellent product, but you don't want to price it expensive under the fear that you'll alienate a lot of audience or consumers, don't have that fear. Just double down on bringing that value to the forefront. Sell better by pushing that value in front of the consumer, but don't underprice your product. Price it correctly as to what the formulation of your product deserves.